there. It's your host Klaus. So today we'll be okay. We should check the review of the previous one, which was crash. Yeah, crash 50. This is what we did yesterday. See, I said this buy wasn't worth it, but I just put it out to see how it's gonna be. And as you can see, it wasn't worth the risk. There's a possibility of this thing getting up to his down before it comes here to retest. So we should go to what we'll be doing today will be volatility 10. We'll go to volatility 10 today. Volatility, let's put vol 10, VIX 10, VIX 10, VIX 10. And eventually I have to have a pair that I'll just concentrate on because going from doing a bunch of pairs, I don't think is all that great. But anyways, I'll just have to eventually get some pairs that I know that this is what I'll be concentrating on. So I already have VIX 75 as one, probably VIX probably also have VIX this thing 25. Not yet sure down. Well, this the lowest I can go. Okay, let's see. Is it 5 days? 5 days in 5 minutes intervals. Let's see. Nothing. You go back to 24. Please so. Let's see if we can see what prompted this particular one here. It came above it. There's an FVG around here. Mhm. Looks like we'll go to a 4 hours time frame. That might be where we'll see some of the things going on. But currently, this is our low. This is our low. And low is here. And we'll say this can be our that block will be. So it's currently going up. This is our current high. Now, if we had to use Fibonacci, yeah, since we've mapped this out, you can use your Fibonacci to get your entry and then your TP. With Fibonacci, this would have been your entry, and then this here will be your SL. So could have gone in some profits. Maybe if this was your first TP, you will have gotten your first TP, and then came back down will still keep going up. Let's just map the lines. Just map all this. I might choose it or I might not use it. Let's just map it out. I don't think I'll actually see it in my 4 hours time frame. It's a kind of setting I did on here. But let me map it. Then I'll go to 4 hours and see what is there. Now we can remove this. Let's remove you. You can see respected, broke, came up again, got down above it. But let's go to 4 hours time frame. In the 4 hours time frame, you could say you get it by here. To get your buy here, simply put your SL below here. Because you can put your SL around here, but it might just mitigate that. This is what we are working with. Yeah, take it lower. You see that the market just barely touched it, so there's a possibility of it coming all the way up to this middle level here before it goes up. And then let's try to map out some other things that we can see on here. Exchange. I don't know why all of this is looking kind of similar because I think most of them is going on sell, 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 sell. Literally everywhere I've been looking at, we've been seeing a bunch of sells. OB, you can literally go for like OB plus fair value gap. FVG is around here. This equal lows. This could be a liquidity. You could have said you can here take your trade, but then it broke and went above it. So equal lows, um, BOS, yeah, BOS, like break of structure, came up to here, we tested this. Okay, so the trades, yeah, if you want to get an accurate trade, you use the blue, that is the buy that is close to the OB. The buy closest to the OB is what you use. This is other block. What am I even saying? You use the BOS closest to the OB, like to the other block. Because if you see a change, where it came and retested was this particular where the change was literally pointing, which was another block around there. Then you see another one here. It literally came to that one, changed. We have another mini movement here, and then we have another smaller one here. So you could take all this, as you can see, will be, we have BS, yeah. We have equal, is equal low, EQ, EQL, equal low. This is also equal highs. So it was like consolidating around this level, yeah. This level was consolidation. Then it finally broke, and then it also broke the other high, came to retest this zone before it goes up. So we've gotten our narrative. Also, we've already gotten our entry even before we got our whole complete narrative. So this is bill, yes, and it hasn't gotten into this level yet. I think that's why it's delaying the movement. So we might have something of liquidity being taken out, get out here, then it will go up probably, or you just miss the trade. So is any of those two that is going to happen? And then your TP, this can be your TP1, your TP2, your TP3, your TP4, your TP5, any level. Let me see if I can add text. Center text. Let me start from here. So TP1, TP2, TP3. I'm not giving you a guarantee that it's going to get up to that level, but currently something that looks like it will get up to that level, TP4. And then we have TP5. So you can literally just run it. You can put it up to here. When it gets to your TP1, you run break even. When it gets to your TP3, you move it at TP1, or you move it at half of this TP2. And it gets to TP4, you can keep adjusting your SLs and be going for this. So and this was the buy before I said coming for a sell, and as you can see, it came up to here, touch it, came back down. It has to get up to here before it goes back up. So we do this where it's long, put it at the center, drag it all the way to there. Your SL, give it a buffer, and that is that. Oh, you could literally drag it up to this very place, TP6. You could if you want. This one will be. It wasn't mitigated, so it's still kind of active. Um, we are going to draw everything. Yeah. The shift very small. Or you put your shifts from here. Change of structure. Um, change of character. Yeah. At the top, then we have BO, BS, have another BS around here, have slight one here, and then something of we had change of structure here, came down, there's this level. Yep. That is if we go to a smaller time frame, we'll see all these other structures and we can map them out. So let's see 1 hour time frame. Yeah, what do we have here? 1 hour, you could literally reduce this up to here, but then there's no need because where I put it was already 50% of it, which is literally touching the 1 hour um, other block. So you might adjust it. If you adjust it, you give it another 50, maybe around here. If you go all the way to the 30, 15 minutes, you will get there also as your other block. And you can still reduce it some more. Because this is kind of like refining. You can keep reducing. It will help you refine so your SL won't be much and so you will have more TP to play with. That is, we have more profit to play with and less risk to your account. But the risk in doing that is that there's a possibility of you missing the whole trade altogether. So if you leave it at here using the 4 hours, what you can do is just use the half of it. That's why I created this. That's why I modified this my box to have the middle, which is 50%. So from if I map it out, I can literally use this the 100% or I use the 50% of it as my entry. So any of it is kind of staying okay. But if you like, you can still go to refine it for more accurate entries and to reduce your um, SL risk exposure. So this is probably it for this because you can still come down like as you can see here there's a BS here. You can still map all these, map them all. Here there was a change of structure that you can still call here and that change of structure, minor change of structure here. It makes no sense. That's why I normally use higher time frames because higher time frame you will not be seeing all this noise on there. But this is almost like a range, kind of range around there, went up, down, up, down, up, down. But you could have taken some nice banks on here. Anyways, but anyhow, that is it for today. Yeah, you can still come here, still map out, get this, map this out, get this, retest here, go down, came here, retested this, might still probably come up to down here, as I was saying. You could literally just take it from here, or you could, if you don't want to like run a risk, just leave it on here. So there's a possibility of it just going up and missing this altogether. So that is all for today. And yeah, we'll see tomorrow on another analysis. Thanks for watching. Do like, follow, uh, do like and subscribe to my channel for more, and then comments are welcome. You could correct me on some of the things I did wrong, and then you could also request, because I do analysis on a lot of things, even currency, but I mostly just focus on synthetic. But you can still bring on currency, on even cryptos. I do analyze them sometimes. So thanks for watching.